Hello everybody, welcome to On the Field Sports Talk with I'm your host Joey McDonald, and right now I'm about to give you my predictions for the upcoming NFL's 2020 NFL season. So here we go. Let's start with the AFC East. Sorry, the team's going to win that will be the Buffalo Bills. I believe that, now with Tom Brady officially out of the division, I feel like that team has got a good defense. There's a quarterback that I think is going to break out this year, and Josh Allen, and plus they traded for Stephon Diggs. I believe that team really can win this division. So watch out for Buffalo winning this division. Number 2, the New England Patriots. I believe this is the first time in 20 years they are not going to have a quarterback when they have Tom Brady on their team. And with Cam Newton as the quarterback, it's going to be interesting how that team is going to gel together. And I believe this team is going to be finished with 9-7. Third place is the Miami Dolphins. Their offseason was tremendous. They got Tua Tagovailoa, even though he's going to be starting on the bench with Ryan Fitzpatrick starting. But I believe somewhere in December they're going to probably start Tua. So don't be surprised if he starts a couple games at the end of the season. And at the bottom of the division is the New York Jets. That team has so many holes on both sides of the ball, so like I said, I believe it's going to be a long season for the New York Jets. For the AFC North, I'm telling you, the Baltimore Ravens, I'm telling you, to me, that's probably the most well-balanced team in the whole AFC. I will not be surprised if they end up in the Super Bowl. The Pittsburgh Steelers, like I said, Ben's coming back. And the big question is if he stays healthy, this team will be a playoff team come January. Number 3rd in the division will be the Cleveland Browns. I believe this is a team that I feel like is going to be in contention for a playoff spot, but I believe in 2021 is the year that they make the playoffs. And number 4 is the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow's first year in the NFL is going to be a tremendous one for him. But he's going to have his ups and downs, but this team will be a playoff team within 2 to 3 years. For the AFC South, I like the Indianapolis Colts. They signed Phil Rivers to a 1-year deal. They drafted very well, so I feel like, they got a good offensive line. And I believe this is a team I feel like is going to win this division. Number 2 is the Houston Texans. They signed Deshaun Watson to a $160 million contract extension worth 4 years. And I believe this will be a team that will be one of the wild cards, so don't be surprised if they be playing in January. And now we come to the Tennessee Titans, a team that shocked the football world last year by catching the AFC Championship and losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this team will be in contention for a playoff spot, but I believe they're probably going to miss out by 1 game. So, and then the last will be the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is the team that is probably going to be tanking for Trevor Lawrence in 2021. And now to the AFC West, Kansas City Chiefs. That team is so talented, defending Super Bowl champs. I would not be surprised if they win back-to-back this year. But the big question will be for this team is going to be their defense. Have they upgraded their defense enough where they can be well balanced on both sides of the ball? We'll soon find out. The Denver Broncos. This team the Broncos had a very good offseason, I'm telling you. They got Melvin Gordon. They drafted Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler. They got Courtland Sutton. They got Noah Fant, and plus that's some good weapons for Drew Lock. So I would not. And plus, don't be surprised if this team will be a wildcard team at the end of the season. Number 3 is the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm telling you, like I said, this is the first time since 2004 that I've had Phillip Rivers. Like I said, they lost Derwin James for the year, and I feel this team's going to be somewhere hovering around 500 the entire season. So at the end of the season, I think Justin Herbert will start a few starts, and then he'll probably take over in 2021. So expect a long season for the Chargers. And then number 4 is the Las Vegas Raiders. The first season will be a tremendous, an up and down one. They're going to be at the bottom of the barrel in this division. And now here's my 7 playoff teams for the AFC. The Ravens, best well-balanced team in the entire AFC. They're the first seed. Number 2 seed, the Chiefs. Number 3, the Indianapolis Colts. 4, the Buffalo Bills. The wild cards are going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 6th seed will be the Denver Broncos. And the 7th seed will be the Houston Texans. And now on to the NFC and the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys, I feel like if they can put everything together, when they're drafting CeeDee Lamb, they got Amari Cooper and they got Ezekiel Elliott and Dak. So if the offense can mix things together and win some games, this team could be a Super Bowl contender. The Eagles, I feel this is a team that if Carson Wentz stay healthy, they could win this division. But it's gonna be a tall order going against the Dallas Cowboys. Number 3 is the New York Giants. Like I said, this is going to be Deion Jones' first full year as the quarterback for the New York Giants. Too many holes on both sides of the ball. It's going to be, I say this team will probably minimum will win 5 games. So, and at the bottom of the barrel is the Washington football team. Like I said, Dwayne Haskins is the starter, and we'll see how that works out. And then, like I said, too many distractions on that team, so it's going to be 3-13. The NFC North, I like the Minnesota Vikings. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a monster year because with Gary Kubiak as his offensive coordinator, and there's a nice drafting during the draft, and I think he's going to have a good year. The Green Bay Packers, I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers is like, man, Jordan Love. Do you think he's scared of Jordan Love? We'll see how this season, because like I said, they did not to give him help on the offensive side, so I think this team will miss out on the playoffs. The Chicago Bears, that team will probably be hopping around 500 the entire season, and they'll probably miss out. And then the Detroit Lions, I believe this is a team that, I'm telling you, if they don't make the playoffs, they're going to be looking for a new head coach in 2021. The NFC South, I still like the Saints in that division. This might be Drew Brees' last golden opportunity to win a Super Bowl. Like I said, they still got Michael Thomas, they got Alvin Kamara, and then I think they got Demaryius Thomas, and that defense is starting to get really good. So I like the Saints in that division. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they got of course they picked up Tom Brady, and they got Gronk, and like I said, and also they got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, O.J. Howard, and they also picked up Leonard Fournette. Don't be surprised if this team will be in contention to win this division, but I still like the Saints in this division. Atlanta Falcons, like I said, I feel like a little too many holes on this team that I believe this could be a team that's going to probably finish with 6 wins on the season. And then at the bottom of the barrel in this division will be the Carolina Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater takes over Cam Newton. Is he the right guy for this team? We'll soon find out. But I believe that they could be a team that's be looking for a quarterback in the 2021 NFL Draft. And now we come to, in my opinion, probably the toughest division in all football, the NFC West. The San Francisco 49ers, I feel like too much time for them to have a Super Bowl hangover, and plus they got a great defense, great offense, a great defensive line, and don't be surprised if they make it back to the Super Bowl again this year. The Seattle Seahawks, as long as Russell Wilson is under center for the Seahawks, I'm counting on them to be a playoff team as long as he's going to be under center in Seattle. And here's a team that I feel like, could surprise a lot of people this year is the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, he had a up and down rookie year, and also going to be DeAndre Hopkins. That's gonna be huge for them. They still got Larry Fitzgerald, and plus they got drafted Isaiah Simmons, which is big, and that could really help them out a lot. So don't be surprised if they make the playoffs this year as a wild card. And then the Los Angeles Rams, I'm telling you, they still got Aaron Donald, but like I said, the cap space could be a little bit of a problem. And plus, like I said, I believe this division will be. I believe it. All the teams in this division will probably finish above 500. And now for the playoffs, San Francisco, I still like them. I think they're the best team in the NFC. New Orleans, this might be Drew Brees' last opportunity to win his second Super Bowl. The Dallas Cowboys, I feel like if everything clicks together, they could make a deep run in the playoffs. Minnesota Vikings, I think they can really surprise a lot of people and beat Aaron Rodgers and win this division this year. My 3 wildcard teams, like I said, Seattle Seahawks. As long as Russell Wilson's under center, they're not going anywhere. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I believe they're going to be a 6 seed. I mean, there's a lot of good teams, but can Tom Brady get to Super Bowl? 3 road playoff games. That's a tough task to do, but it's been done before, though. And the last team I think that'll make the playoffs, I'm going to pick the Arizona Cardinals. I believe Kyler Murray's going to ball out this year and get this team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now we come to the end my playoff predictions. Now for the AFC, this is why I like. It's going to be Houston versus Kansas City, and I like the Kansas City Chiefs in this game. And Denver, and then the 6th seed Denver, and the 3rd seed Colts, and I like the Colts in that game. And then the 5-4 matchup, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. I'm saying Buffalo is a good team, but Ben knows how to get to a Super Bowl, and he's been in the playoffs so many times. I think but Buffalo's a team on the rise. They'll make the deep run probably in 2021. And the Baltimore Ravens will be the number 1 seed. For the NFC, Arizona versus New Orleans. And like I said, New Orleans will be too much for Kyler Murray in his first playoff game. Tampa, the 6-3 matchup, Tampa versus Dallas. I think Tom Brady will go down to Dallas and beat the Cowboys in Jerry World in the wild card round. And then Seattle versus Minnesota, a rematch of the 2015 NFC wildcard game. And I like Seattle in that one. And the bye will be San Francisco. And now for the divisional round, Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. I think we'll see a 3rd matchup between these two. And I like the Baltimore Ravens to hit the AFC Championship game. And then we'll see another matchup, 2nd time in 3 years, Colts versus Kansas City in the division round in Kansas City. And I like the Chiefs in this one. For the NFC, I like the New Orleans Saints. I feel like, I'm telling you, it's going to be a good matchup, but like I said, that crowd noise is going to be too much for Russell Wilson to handle, and I like the Saints in that one. And now, Tampa Bay versus San Francisco. This is going to be a good one. San Francisco has the best defense in that division, and I think that'll be too much for Tom Brady to handle. I like the 49ers to make it to the NFC Championship game. The conference championship games will be the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. This should have been the AFC Championship game last year, but I believe this will be the matchup in this year's conference championship game in the AFC. And for the NFC, I think it's going to be San Francisco versus New Orleans. This is going to be a good one, and at the end, like I said, Drew Brees will keep them close, but that San Francisco defense will create some problems for him, and I like San Francisco in that one. And now, my prediction for Super Bowl, the San Francisco 49ers versus the Baltimore Ravens. I'm telling you, this is a rematch of Super Bowl 47. They played each other last year in Baltimore in the rain, and I believe this is going to be a really good defensive battle. And at the end, I think Lamar Jackson is going to make a little more plays than Jimmy G. And I got the Baltimore Ravens winning Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, Florida. So, alright everybody. Sorry. Okay everybody. So that's my NFL season predictions. And I know I might be right and might be wrong on some predictions. Tell me what y'all think about my predictions. Tell me if you like them. Tell me if you hate them. Then just leave some comments if you love them or hate them. And the only thing left to say is to say thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time on the Field Sports Talk. Peace.